Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome back to Barb's Basement. Hopefully everyone can hear me. So I was having a little bit of technical issues with SWOTOR. I was just like, you know what? You're not subscribed anymore. We know that you've been a paying member for 10 years and your debit card information has never changed, but guess what? You're no longer subscribed. But I figured, we crossed 5,000 subs today, so why don't I come on, I crack open a drink, we play some SWOTOR, we get a little nuts, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one of us tells each other like a deep dark secret, we whisper it into each other's ears, we become best friends, we open a turquoise and leather shop together in Arizona. We'll see where the night takes us. But hopefully everything is running smoothly here on the SWTOR end. But I figured we would pick it back up with the Sith Inquisitor stuff. And I'm just going to shoot the shit. And I'm going to actually bring my iPad into a space where I can actually read your guys' chats. I saw Luke Killa, seeing you in the chat, a new face. Welcome. You're going to find these streams to be very, very laid back. And we're just going to have a fucking good time. Get our beaks a little bit wet. See where the night takes us. But as everyone knows, we've been putting in like a shitload of work into YouTube. That's our bread and butter. RNG's drinking on Tuesday evening. Bold. Look, man, I graduated from grade school, all right? No one can tell me I can't drink on a Tuesday night. It's nothing hard. It's just, a little hard seltzer. Look, I went to the gym today. Gotten like a pretty good workout. Feeling pretty sore. Threw my back out, bending over to clip my nails above the toilet. Just your typical adult stuff. So I figure, what the hell? I'll crack open a drink, and I'll drink to the, like, our channel is rising like a phoenix out of the ashes of Mina uploading for 2 years straight. So, you know what, RNGs? I thought you were one of the OGs. I thought you wouldn't judge me, alright?
Yes.
Let me know if the game audio is too loud and my audio is too quiet.
You slave. No, acolyte.
I know a song called Drunk on a Tuesday. Okay, look. I'm not drunk, alright? I'm not even tipsy yet, but we'll get there.
Yes, my lord. I found the holocron.
In the moment I get to the fleet, getting rid of my guys' tentacles, because I just look weird.
Passing it by, and then the most unlikely person comes along. Tell me, how did you manage it?
I shot lightning at it and it opened.
I know that this is actually technically another character's mask, but whatever.
We must have thought too deeply.
Sounds fine in my opinion. All right, RNGesus, you're hired. Goddammit, you're now my sound guy.
Simply not meant to open it. Your work so far in bringing back this holocron, and now the text from Tulak Hord's tomb, has me intrigued. I am watching your progress eagerly. I have high hopes for you, acolyte. Sky high.
I hope I live up.
Thank you, milady.
Good luck, acolyte. Good luck.
Oh shit! I probably should have like double checked and made sure before I started the stream that I was actually in focus. Let me know if I'm in focus. I can't remember whether or not I had done an episode of In the Basement since the last stream, so usually focus is back here on the couches, which you can tell by like, how planned out my stream was by the fact that I did not move the shirt that I was wearing the other day and my water bottle. So, you know what? Fuck it. They're just going to stay there. It is what it is. And Luke Killa, I saw that you said that you loved the videos earlier. Let me know if you found us through shorts or through like our regular long form content.
Delayed you, slave.
Well, First Lord Zash stopped me to tell me how amazing I am, and then we got talking, and I suppose I lost track of time.
Just like a slave to make up stories. Lord Zash would crush you like a gizka if you ever crossed her path. You're not worthy of her presence. Now, did you collect the text from Tulak Hord's tomb?
RNGesus, I'm going to respond to you really quick. By hired, you mean kidnapped and forced to live in the basement, I assume. Can't say I dislike that prospect. You know what, buddy? We're going to set you up a cot. You can sleep right between Zach and I. He's just off screen right now, asleep in his cot, so we'll get you a cot, we'll get you a bucket, you know, all the perks of being in Barb's basement.
No doubt it's been
I found you through shorts. I'm just insanely addicted to them. So it's actually me and my buddy Zach who are doing the YouTube shorts together. Usually he's streaming with me if we're doing In the Basement stuff, but alas, we were supposed to do it last week, but I swear to God I'm not an alcoholic or something like that, but we had a friend in from out of town, and we decided to go out to a speakeasy, have a little drink, and I actually don't drink that much or that often, and I had a couple of old fashions, and by the end of the night, I don't think that I've ever felt that talkative before in my life. Not an angry drunk, nothing like that. I always just end up, I get very, very talkative. Sell trash items. Did you have a look at my story that I linked you in Discord? I'm looking for some constructive criticism to improve. You know, I feel like I actually did. Let me double check really quick. I feel like I've had like a couple of people sending me some short story stuff. Let me see here. Zim, 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 zim. Where the hell did you go, Zim? You son of a bitch. Just really quickly, Zim, relink it to me because my brain's not finding it at the moment. But yeah, Lukilla, I'm happy to hear that our shorts plan is working. YouTube doesn't seem to like if you upload like one full-length video, they're just like, okay, well, that's what you are now. You're either a full-length video channel or you're a shorts channel. You have no option to be both. So people are like starting YouTube shorts channels if they're a larger channel. But we don't know what the hell our plan is. We're just stumbling along and we're just seeing how well we do. Who knows? But Zim, I swear to God, whenever I have some free time, I will review your short story. You're one of the real ones, though. I'm always looking out for you. I meant to change my lightsaber crystal last time. I was thinking about going with a purple. It's either purple or red with the Sith. There's nowhere in between. Let me see. How do I unequip this dude now? Not an outfitter. Gear. Man, they made this so complicated. I say that, but it's probably way less complicated. I'd say you're doing pretty dang well so far. Hey, man, that's all we can ask for. Like, I'm actually, like, super hyped to hear you say that because... Why are you not letting me put this in here? Okay, you are, maybe? Yeah, okay, you are. Super hyped to hear you say that because it's like YouTube gives little to no instructions about what the hell it is you're doing well and what you're doing badly. Oh, yeah. What do you guys think? Purple or red? But yeah, YouTube gives you like literally zero instructions about whether or not something's going well or it's going badly. They had sent us like some shit for like shorts to try and like tell us that oh yeah, here we're gonna like set you up with like a shorts advisor. Like, okay, what the hell's that mean? They just never said anything back to me, so here it is. Zim, I don't know if it's like letting you post links or not, but if you're friends with me on Discord, feel free to send it my way there. Yeah, Lukilla, we also have a TikTok. If you're a freaking heathen and you want to check us out on the TikTok and be a real Gen Z, I still don't fully think I understand what the hell TikTok is. Oh shit! Oh god, my sensitivity is set too high. Can never run with a nod out. Purple looks good in my opinion. So I always wonder about that with like I'm like a big fan of being a Sith pureblood, and I'm always curious because like the red contrasts so well with the red. I don't know if my dude's got his nipples out and he's rocking the purple lightsaber, how that looks, but let me know. But yeah, it's been like a fucking it's been a crazy week, man. We've grown a ton in the last 7 days. We grew, I want to say like 2,000 subs, so it's been a good time.
Maybe a little more.
Drove me absolutely insane, though.
I'm sorry, man. I liked you. I really did.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about these two dudes. They're, like, apologetic for having to kill you.
If you're going to kill me, then do it.
I'm sorry. I really am.
Quiet, Balak. The time for talk is past. Fight for your life, Acolyte.
I love that. They thought they were the main character. Turns out I was. This game's on easy mode when you have a companion. Any lightsaber is always cool in my opinion. Just the lightsaber aspect in general looks amazing. Yeah, like that's... I've always struggled with playing any of the other classes. I've beaten the Bounty Hunter class. I've beaten... The Imperial Agent class has one of the best stories in all of Star Wars, in my opinion. Like, it's excellent. It's what I would have wanted from an Imperial Agent game. So I've beaten Imperial Agent, Bounty Hunter. I still haven't done Scoundrel, and I haven't beaten Republic Trooper, and I've been playing this game for 10 years. So that probably tells you like how much interest I have in non-Force aspects of the Star Wars universe. I've liked the science fiction aspect, the fantasy aspect of Star Wars the whole time.
Up at long last. I half expected to hear you crossed some Dark Lord upstairs and finally got yourself killed. None of the others have shown up either. I assume they're dead by now, which means you and Fon are the last ones.
I've posted in the self-promotion part of the Discord right under Matthew's. Okay, for sure. I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm going to read that tonight while I'm in bed.
Take long.
I'll be thinking about you, buddy.
Your final trial will be to retrieve an ancient map from the innermost chamber of Naga Sado's tomb, which has never been breached in
the back.
thousands of years.
Oh, messed it up real good.
Before you get the map, you'll have to awaken an ancient assassin called a Dashard that sleeps in the tomb. You cannot access the map without him. Understand?
We're going to get big boy Chem.
They're a lost race of assassins that the ancient Sith used to devour their Force-using enemies. This one will probably eat you the moment he's freed. Oh, and one more thing. You'll be competing with Fon for this map. Whoever brings it back will be Lord Zash's apprentice. The other will die. And Fon's already started, so my advice, run, slave, run.
One moment, please.
Lord Zash, what are you doing here?
Overseer, are you implying that I, a Lord of the Sith, don't have the right to go where I please within the
Fucking got him.
Academy of the Sith?
No, of course not, Lord Zash.
Good. I saw the last acolyte arrive. I wanted to see the hopefuls off on their final trial. Where's, the red one, Fon?
I'm also the red one.
Early, so I sent him on rather than keeping him waiting for this.
Pity. I just finished translating the wonderful text this acolyte brought from Tulak Hord's tomb, and it's most illuminating. I don't know that the map can be retrieved without it.
Well, well, well. It's a good thing I didn't start running, isn't it, Harkin?
It's too late. Fon's already left. You can't just...
Give one acolyte an unfair advantage over the other? Overseer, when has being Sith ever been about being fair? Now, my dear acolyte, here is what you must do to free the Dashard. There are rods scattered throughout the tomb of Naga Sado. These rods
I think that they
are the
added
chamber where the
Kem
ancient
Val,
assassin is
just as
entombed.
absolute monster man, as a
Place the rods in the
romanceable
chamber
character.
wall and electrify
I'm also
them.
trying not to talk in between cutscenes, so that way you guys like have an idea of what the actual story is.
Retrieve the map without the Dashard. But be careful. He is very dangerous.
I have yet to meet a danger I cannot defeat.
I will return when both acolytes are back from the tomb. You will not do anything further to affect the outcome of the trial. Understood?
Yes, Lord Zash.
Good. And good luck, acolyte.
Cool, cool. Also, Zim, speaking of Matu, so I've been getting more involved with the fan convention that they're going to be running, and I am super, super excited about it. It's going to be like more of a Legends-focused convention, and the idea of actually just like being able to physically go and like see people and talk to people like in person that I know on the internet. It's gonna sound so nerdy, but that's like I'm real hyped on the prospect of that. Been to a few different conventions in my lifespan, and everyone's been mostly chill at every single one I've gone to. Although that whole stereotype about anime sweaties at conventions, it can be true for sure. Oh fuck, I forgot that I'm actually going to commit to just picking up all these side quests. I'm just going to speed run through these dudes.
Yes.
Yep, you got problems. Yeah, I got to go get the thing. Yep. I played through this storyline like 1,000 times, but there's something about SWTOR just never gets old. It's one of those games you can just shut your brain off and just play. Hope that conventions go well. Look forward to it. RGs, I hope that you go. I don't know what country you're in, but I hope that you actually come. And I'll be able to hand you your employee paperwork in person. I haven't been to a convention before. Farm work tends to keep me from going. Yeah, I forgot that you're a farmhand, man. Like, you got... That's hard-ass work. That's a very physically taxing job, and it's a lifestyle. Like, you guys are getting up at, like, 4 in the morning to go and tend to the farm. I don't know how you guys do it. Definitely not something that I could possibly handle. I'm not nearly masculine enough. But it would be sick to see you guys at a convention. And I'm hoping that by the time it actually rolls around, we're a little bit bigger than we are now. The channel is growing nice and steady, and we're hoping to keep that going. And everybody who subscribes to the basement, slowly, the basement gets larger and larger, and more people join it. And Barb, she just gets her way. Eventually, all YouTube channels, every single YouTube creator, everybody who's ever written a Star Wars book will be encapsulated by the hive mind that is the basement. It's a real Killick situation. Hopefully Troy Denning comes so I can challenge him to an arm wrestling contest in person. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have literally no rhyme or reason to like the attacks that I'm doing. I'm just hitting buttons, waiting for somebody to die. Do you know where the convention is being held? So I don't think that they have. So I should probably like clarify. We were actually just talking about this a little bit earlier. So I am going to like actively be involved with the convention. So that should be like a little bit of a probably a disclosure right off the top there. But we have not picked a convention center or anything like that. I think the hope is just that we get something nice and steady rolling. We just get like a good number of fans, and the hope is that we get like a few more YouTube creators. Like, I'm not nearly big enough to like draw a crowd, obviously. Like, we're a pretty small channel, but the hope is that we can get a couple more like Legends creators and to have it be like a nice positive experience for everybody, where we can all come together and just like shoot the shit. Have vendors there potentially, just like talk about Star Wars. And I plan on taking anybody who's in my chat like on a regular basis. If they come, I'm gonna buy you all a beer for sure. on Barb's tab. It's just one of those things where it's going to be like such a satisfying experience for like when it finally pays off. I've only just very recently been involved, so I can't like say that I've been, you know, the one planning everything, but I was like super impressed like when like I first started talking to everybody. Like, it's run so like professionally. Like, it's actually run like how like I own a business, so like it's like run how like I would sort of like think about running my business. It's like a nonprofit and stuff like that. Everyone seems to have like their ducks in a row. And I just made an appearance on their podcast, Praxi Chat, and that should be coming out relatively soon. That's my my biggest skill, is that I'm just able to keep talking into a void, so that's probably the reason why they asked to have me on. Yeah, we're loving all the podcast appearance, and like we really want to do another episode of In the Basement. It's just life definitely got away from us last time. Zach and I were feeling like garbage after our hangout with our friends. We had like a nice little bonfire. It was a good time, and we were doing some voiceover for some shorts, and Zach was like, "Dude, I feel like shit," and I was like, "That's funny because I also feel like shit." So we should probably not have the podcast today. We didn't want to have like a low energy podcast where we were both just like super hungover. I'm a huge baby, so I can't handle my booze anymore. So the price for being old. But I'm also hoping to like make a. I've been in talk with the I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the podcast. Oh, God. Sorry, hold on one second. Jesus. I should probably find a link for some of these things before, like, I start plugging them. I definitely need to, like, make, like, a show notes thing. Jesus, you better get on the... Better get on that. You're my audio guy now. I definitely need to get some links for, like, a show notes thing. But Legends Library, you can find it on Spotify and stuff like that. I've been listening to them a shitload lately. I had to, like, recently just drive like 6 hours in one day, so I just kind of binged a few episodes of that. Gonna be rereading the Bane trilogy, which is gonna be like a big endeavor, but one of my all-time favorites, so it shouldn't be too hard. And I'm also, like, kind of curious if we can do, like, a survey of if anybody, like, watches this video, like, as a VOD, or they, you know, are watching now. We've been doing, like, a bunch of, like, Disney stuff recently. I've been trying to, like, bring it back to Legends. I'm actually going to be doing some stuff covering, like, Dawn of the Jedi and whatnot. I'm kind of curious as, like, what the ratio is between, like, Legends and Disney canon fans are in my audience here. Jesus, I know that you usually support basically anything that we upload, so you're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'll check it out. Our hope is that even if people, like, hate Disney, which everyone should hate Disney to a certain degree, my hope is that you just at least support the content. Of course, I'll start writing the plug segments. Yeah, please do. I need you to write our ad reads from now on. The non-existent ad reads that we have. Yeah, we generally post, like, in, like, a ton of Legends heavy discords, and I'm, like, pretty hyped that at least people aren't actively being hostile towards the Disney stuff, where I'm just like, guys, just check it out. If you like it, you'll like it. At least just support the channel. Like, we're big Legends fans. Like, at least support us. But I decided that we should start covering Dawn of the Jedi, and I figured some of, like, the Legend stuff, like, actually doesn't do very well on TikTok, but it does super good on YouTube. So I think that some of the old heads are on YouTube for sure, and TikToks for, like, more of the kind of, like, the Gen Z Disney folk. But I've reread through Dawn of the Jedi. God, I couldn't even tell you how many times. Every single time, I love it more and more. It's not as edgy as Star Wars Legacy, which I, like, quite enjoy. But it's a little rushed in production there towards the end, which can be, like, a bit of a disappointment because I can see where they're going with it. So I'm like, oh, shit. It's, like, towards the end of, like, the Disney buyout and stuff like that. So I feel like the story was never truly finished. That's how a lot of that stuff was there towards the end. And I also tried out a new intro for the stream that's just me yelling at you. So if you ever need motivation, just DM me on Discord and I will send you a customized video of me yelling. What I'm going for is negative positivity. Fuck that. I'm looking for, yeah, negative positivity. If anybody needs me to, like, just, like, be like their dad yelling at them while they're holding a flashlight, I'll be that guy. You let me know. Yeah, Zim, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm being honest. I will for sure read that fan fiction. I think I told you that last time, but yeah, it's just been like a crazy week. A crazy little while here. I really want to get around to, like, streaming, like, a few times, like, a week at least. Because I, like, really, really enjoy it. I like hanging out with you guys. Just nerding down. Read a couple new canon stories, but I've been out of the loop as recent. The comics are fun to follow through. Hope one day to read more of them. So the comics are the best part of new canon. All of the books, I feel, have been pretty lacking. But High Republic stuff's been okay. But it hasn't, like... The High Republic comics are a lot better than regular books. In all of the new canon comic books, I feel like they took all the best aspects of Legends and kind of like cut out some of the stuff that I maybe like didn't enjoy so much. That like Vader 2015, 2016 run, that gave new canon a bad name, I feel. Still here, I'm actually working on it right now. I actually know a few other people who have written fan fictions and stuff like that I should probably like link you up with. I'm sure you're probably talking to some of them in various Discords. But yeah, I have like a deep appreciation for people's fan fiction, especially if it's set in Legends continuity. Here comes the thickest of boys, Kemval. Certified romanceable character.
These were the instructions Zash gave me. I am to free you, and you will take me to the map in the final chamber of the tomb.
God, those phase tentacles look like shit. They look so bad. Alright, man, I'm sorry, but you're speaking an alien language here, so we gotta just skip over it. The audience isn't gonna know what you're saying.
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Tulak Horde is dead.
Too bad for Kemval, I brought my own companion, so he's gonna be on easy mode. I think that Zach and I also plan on getting that Star Wars Lego game. See how that goes. The thickest of boys. I'm currently reading Revan and loving it. I'm not sure where it fits in. Okay. I'll give you the rundown on this just because it's you're reading a controversial book. It's a controversial book even within like the Legends community. But the Revan book takes place after KOTOR 2, but it's before SWOTOR. It's meant to be like kind of like a SWOTOR tie-in book, and I won't spoil anything if like this is your first time reading it, but it's supposed to tie into SWOTOR and kind of like wrap together KOTOR 1 and 2. But it's a controversial book even within like the Legends fandom, and Zach, my co-host, was just reading through it and getting his opinion on it, where he really, really enjoyed it. So I'll just say that. I personally am not a big fan of the Revan book. I feel like it, man, without spoiling anything, I just kind of feel like it ruins Revan's character. I feel like this whole game just ruins Revan's character. And I'm a huge SWOTOR apologist, so I can't sit here and pretend like, I mean, I've supported this game financially for years, but the Revan book is written by Drew Karpyshyn, who is the author of the Darth Bane trilogy. So he went from being like, this is top tier Star Wars Legends content to like, oh boy, what happened? So just be prepared for that. But Steven, I hope to see you like in a future stream and you can tell me what I want to hear your review. We actually want to do a call-in segment. So I'll have like, I'll open up a line in Discord and we'll have people call in and we'll talk Star Wars. Only rules are no racial slurs, no political conversations. And, I mean, just don't be a shithead. You know what I mean? Just like know how to be like a regular dude. Or dudette. You know? But I'd love to do a call-in segment where I can have folks like call in, give their opinions. We can like review some books together, talk about what we're reading. We definitely plan on doing that when the Kenobi show drops. Oh god, I turned on my audio so I'm not getting a feedback loop here. Yeah, we definitely want to do a Kenobi watch through with you fellas. And I know that everybody, they go to like Star Wars Theory or whatever to do all that stuff, but you know what? Fuck it. Star Wars Theory can't have like a stranglehold on the Star Wars community forever. You know what? Why not me? Okay, you know what? I like Star Wars. I like to lift. We're basically the same guy. I mean, I'm not Canadian, but, you know, whatever. I'll get a citizenship. Look, I'll say it right now. If Star Wars Theory comes to this convention, we'll have a deadlift competition. And whoever wins he has to give me the rights to his YouTube channel if I can out deadlift Star Wars Theory. That's a challenge, goddammit. I have a headcanon version of how the Revan novel ends if you're interested to hear it. Zim, let me know, my man. I actually gotta get one of you guys like on here one time, like where we can just shoot the shit. But yeah, feel free to type it out, my dude. I'm also only like halfway joking about the Star Wars Theory thing. I quite enjoy the guy, but you know what? I want to make Star Wars content too. I feel like we cover a lot of like comic book stuff, less like show busy shit. You know what I mean? I think I'm halfway through Bane 2 as well. I listen to it at work mostly, in working out. I don't know how you listen to an audiobook when you work out. I respect it, but I don't understand it. That is like that's a skill, my dude. I have to be like listening to something that's like intense. Who needs Star Wars Theory when you have the basement? Look, I'm telling you, here in 6 months when we're like at least like 100,000 subs, they just it's going to be a hostile takeover, and we just absorb Star Wars Theory into the basement. Barb she's all seeking. But yeah, I don't know how you listen to like an audiobook when you lift, because like I always have to listen to, I'm like a big like hardcore like punk guy. So like I was always into punk music as like a teenager and shit. So I have to listen to that, or I mean at least like some music. Like if I try to like watch a show or something like that when I'm working out, I just get distracted. And especially if it's an audiobook, because like I have like really bad ADHD, so it's like if I stop paying attention to what's happening in the audiobook, I'm like, okay, what the hell did I just hear? But look, whenever the convention pops off, I'll bring a barbell to the convention hall, and I'll have like a little sign there that says Star Wars Theory Open Deadlift Challenge, and I'll train for 2 years, and I'll out deadlift him, I promise. I mean, I know that he was a competitive power lifter, but you know what? I've seen it on the internet. I think I could figure it out. Look, I at least promised that I could out deadlift Josh from their Nerd Theory podcast. I can at least promise you that. I say that, then watch he just like absolutely smokes my ass. Oh my god. This boss is just swipe at him a lot. Alright, finally. Jesus. Also, I should probably play Fallen Order on the live stream at some point. Realistically, SWTOR is just like a vessel for me to play the game and talk to you guys. Revan, Mitra, Scourge, T3, and HK all go to face off against the Emperor. Scourge still has his vision and kills Mitra, but only after a lightsaber duel. T3 and HK fight an entire company of the Emperors. Part 1 of 2. To be continued. Wait, did I do the thing? Okay, I did the thing. Return. Okay, I'm not walking. We're fast traveling. I think my biggest issue, Steven, close your ears or stop reading the chat if you're still here. My biggest issue with the Revan book is just all of like the Mitra Surik stuff, the exile stuff. I just don't like what happens to her character, I guess. That stuff just always bugged me. Because I was always a way bigger fan of KOTOR 2. I think I'm just like a contrarian. Maybe that's my whole thing, is I'm just like a guy who always likes the underdog stuff. And I know that KOTOR 2 is like beloved now. But back when it came out, obviously KOTOR 1 was like the more popular one. And KOTOR 2 has always been, it always stuck out in my head as like being like a more involved story. I liked it a lot more.
I went into the tomb, I saw the Deshard across the chasm, but I could not get to it.
But the map. Lord Zash is adamant she will not take an apprentice.
And again, let me know if that desktop audio is too quiet. Or if you guys aren't paying attention to it, if you're just listening to me talk.
No one is ever going to get that map.
Oh, okay, Steven, you've read it before. Okay, Jesus, man, I thought we were spoiling it for you. Yeah, Zim, this is a little personal theory that he has, a little side story. It's been a while since I've read the Revan book. Is HK involved in that at all? Is he in that book?
You don't mean this.
I know that Canderous Ordo is for a minute.
And the Dashard.
The Emperor's Guard both get destroyed. Revan fights the Emperor and gets killed. This makes the Shadow of Revan expansion impossible, but personally I wasn't too fond of it. I'm also not very fond of the Shadows of Revan DLC. It's
Patience. You will have your chance at this well. After you
it felt fan theory. It felt like fan fiction-y even at the time. I feel like Revan was always going to come back, but they knew they kind of like fucked it up. So they're like, whatever. We'll just bring it back now.
And I'll kill both of you if I have to.
I don't believe she deserved what she got for sure. It's not even like... I just feel like
hurry, Fawn.
Drew Karpyshyn didn't... Because he wrote KOTOR 1.
Yes, Fawn.
I don't feel like he understood KOTOR 2.
Here.
And for Mitra to just like kind of unceremoniously get killed, I'm like...
You found it for me, Fawn?
I remember like saying out loud, like, what the fuck? When I was reading the book, I was like, are you serious?
I was the one who found it.
Silence.
Why? Why did
Fawn
this
will
happen?
Tell me what happened, won't you, Fawn? You wouldn't dare lie to me, would you?
He mentioned him once, I believe. My favorite thing about Canderous Ordo...
That you
sorry, Zash, we're going to skip right through your dialogue. Yeah, the guy dies.
As you
I think we're going to be going to Drummond Cost after that.
face it, your star is dead. You're not
Always go with the dark side option. Light side Inquisitor doesn't make a lot of sense. But my favorite thing about Canderous Ordo is that I love that he tells a story about the Yuuzhan Vong in KOTOR 1. So I always love that stuff about interconnecting mythology and stuff like that. And I have a soft spot for the Yuuzhan Vong. I know that like they kind of like don't really... They don't feel like a Star Wars villain. But the new Jedi Order was being released like during like that, just it hit me at just the right time. So I love that in KOTOR, Canderous Ordo mentions like an organic looking ship in the unknown regions, like out like in the wild space or whatever. That like that always just like I was always fascinated by that. Like I was always like I wanted to know more about it. Canderous Ordo and like his whole storyline, chef's kiss. It's incredible. I know Ace K wasn't there. It's just a personal what if scenario. True. And I also didn't like that Bastila was like not involved at all. I feel like she should have been respected a lot more in that story as well. But I think it's just one of those things where the Revan book is just, it's encased in time forever. Like there's no changing it. There's no doing whatever. It's just a part of Legends and it just be what it be. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just feel like they should have brought back more of like that, those characters, those feelings, those themes that we kind of touch on in the first KOTOR game. And maybe a part of it was that like it just didn't live up to my own personal hype I had in my head.
Apprentice. Congratulations are in order, I believe.
You know, I could have taken Fawn. You didn't need to kill him for me.
Yes, of course. But it wouldn't have made that stubborn overseer respect your power. So I reminded him of mine instead. Now, I was just looking over this astonishing map you brought back.
God, I hate
and
that
can
like
tell
some of the
you how
textures,
they
they just
work
kind
around
of
us.
bump around on each other. See, look at that. Like my
We can't talk
skirt's
about
like
it
tucked
here.
all the way into
Too
the
many
front of my
people have
pants.
their ears. You must meet me on Drummond Cars. There we can talk more.
Mace Windu was, by the way, the Shatterpoint book on my OMG favorite character for the longest time till I read Revan. Shatterpoint, that's like a absolute classic. I think I might have that.
I will return my chambers in the Citadel in Cars City.
They do like the
There
Essential
is
Legends
more
collection
freedom
stuff,
for
and
the without
all the
fear
book
of
covers from the
getting
Essential
rich.
Legends collection stuff. Oh my
This
god,
is the lightsaber.
that's one of the things that I can definitely say.
Excellent.
Like these reprints have over top of
Served me
that
well.
original like
Now,
book cover
remember,
stuff. It has
my
kind of
chambers, the
an
Citadel,
appeal
Drummond
that
Cars.
it's like nostalgic in a sense that we have some of the, like these shittier looking book covers or whatever, but those Epic Collection things, all of their covers look fantastic. The Plagueis novel is, oh my, I want to get a print out of that and hang it up in the office somewhere. Excuse me, in the basement. In the basement.
Stop right there, slave. Darth Scotia has a message for you.
Who is this Darth Scotia?
Darth Scotia is Lord Zash's superior, and your worst nightmare.
Forgot all about Darth Scotia.
You will not go to Drummond Cass. Everything Darth Scotia has eyes and ears on Korriban. He knows what your master is up to.
And after this, I think I should be able to pick a mount. I have to do a little bit of a shopping montage.
It's a different story.
A little bit of a shopping montage.
You have to die.
Kim, what is
I forget how many times people try to kill you before you even leave the planet here.
Or Tosin.
Look at this
Stand at the
dude.
shard. Maybe this isn't such a good idea.
Coward!
Oh yeah, choose his appearance. I don't think I've ever picked anything that wasn't just his main. I don't know how I feel about the green. I don't really feel like it complements my character very much. We're gonna go with red. Oh, I'm in a fight. Whoops. Sorry, I was doing my character customization, guys. We'll get back to it. But Shatterpoint's excellent. I actually wanted to reread through that book just recently. Also, I think I wanted to do that on audio, though. Just because all of those books are being... If they didn't have an audiobook before, they're being done up by Disney now. So, lightsaber. Yeah, no. It's not as cool as the current one I have. Not as cool. Gotta drop some of the stuff. I think that I should be able to... Yeah. Level 10. I'm gonna get a mount. What? I am subscribed. What the hell are you talking about? I'm gonna relog. Because I know that sometimes it messes up and it doesn't give you your subscription bonuses. That's kind of the whole point. Okay, fellas, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to quit out of the game and then relaunch it. So hopefully that doesn't blow out your guys' eardrums. Because I want to get a mount. Like 99% of the appeal of SWTOR is literally just the fashion stuff. the mounts, all that good stuff. Relog. Okay. Sorry, fellas, give me just a second here. I can hear my computer like exploding by relaunching this game. I haven't even touched the Legacy of the Sith stuff yet. I figured what we're going to do is we're going to play through this entire character. We're going to get through all the DLCs, and then I'll do the Legacy of the Sith stuff. So if you guys are going to watch me live from this thing, we're going to be in it for the long haul. I haven't even met either one of these characters yet, which I think that you do their stuff on Onderon. Mace is an absolute beast in that one. Have you read any of his stuff in the Republic comics? Because I'm surprised that any Jedi were not snitching on him to the council and being like, hey, this guy's like pretty fucking dangerous. Like, he's kind of not a great dude. But like that's like the Jedi overall during that time period. They're definitely, but I think that's the whole point of the Republic comics, to show like how the Jedi had fallen from trying to create oneness with the Force until bring harmony to it, and they became like a political tool for the Republic, and they were kind of like space cops. They weren't really in touch with the Jedi ways anymore. I gotta go. Sorry. Have a great stream and keep up the amazing work. Lokilla, thank you so much for stopping by, my dude. We're gonna be making tons of more content, so feel free to join in next time. And I'm going to try and look into a way to get like an open mic thing coming in here. And I'll try and get some of you guys into like a voice chat and we'll just shoot the shit. But yeah, man, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Oh my god, this game is taking so long right now. But I was recently just rereading through some of the Republic stuff because I was considering covering it for the channel, but it's split up in a weird way. It starts like issue 48. It's Steven, it's just called Star Wars The Republic. So if you have Marvel Unlimited, or if you like to, if you like to be a seafarer and you like to some stuff, then you can find it online. But there's a section of that comic book that is written before the prequels came out, and it's interesting to see, like, you'll see like Jedi with red lightsabers and stuff like that. But it's an interesting. I've always been fascinated by how Thrawn, how he speaks about the Clone Wars and stuff like that, and it's interesting to see a comic book that's written before the prequels came out. But the Republic comic book is written primarily by John Ostrander. I'm sure that there was other issues of it that were written by other people, but it's a great representation of just like how the Jedi just completely fell out of touch with like their original mission. They lost touch with the living force. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I think that's kind of like why Qui-Gon would have never made a good Jedi Master, like for the Council and stuff like that. Boom, like Qui-Gon said, yeah. I feel like he was the most Jedi out of all of the Jedi, if you know what I mean. Like he was the most in touch with what the Force was actually supposed to be about. And Anakin probably wouldn't have turned out the way that he did Jesus, I hope not. Because like if that kid was just born that way and he was always just going to be like fucked up in the head, then oh boy. Man, that prophecy was really wrong. I know there's a lot of Anakin Skywalker apologists, but I'm definitely not one of them. I feel like I was talking about this in a Discord earlier. It's like you feel bad for the kid. It's like a serial killer. You feel bad for the child that serial killer once was, but you don't feel bad for the adult. Prequel trilogy depictions and descriptions of the PT era are really fascinating. Yeah, it's like interesting hearing Thrawn talk about how the clones attacked and stuff like that. I was always fascinated by what the Clone Wars were when I first heard, because I watched episode 4 in theaters, obviously not when it was released, but like on the re-release or whatever. And I remember hearing that line about, I fought alongside your father in the Clone Wars and stuff like that. Obviously, like us neckbeard basement dwellers, like we cling to every single word. So that always like stuck in my head as, oh my god, what were the Clone Wars? And then seeing that stuff unravel, and like we don't even get any of that even in the first prequel movie. Like you don't even get like a hint at what the Clone Wars are, even in episode 1. It's not until episode 2 that you get even like a brief, just like you see what's happening. God, what is going on with this game? My computer's just totally fucking me right now. I remember when Lore Master, formerly known as Fact Free, did a video on the comic series when Mace, Fisto, Kolor, and Tin stopped bounty hunters from hunting Jedi. His title and narration were funny. Lore Master, formerly known as Fact Free. Do I know that guy? Have I heard of his channel before? I gotta look this up really quick. Gotta look this up. Oh, my stream started playing in the background there. At first I thought you were talking about Tad. Lore Master. Not the Lore Master of Mandalore, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, I've seen this dude shit before, I feel. I actually try not to watch too much Star Wars content that's not our own, just because I feel like then you start to sort of mimic some of those people without really realizing it. A Show of Force, that's the name. That was one of my favorite arcs ever. A Show of Force. God, man, you guys got me Googling everything here. Star Wars, A Show of Force. It's kind of like a running joke within mine and Zach's little mythos that, oh yeah, duh. That's actually the arc that I literally just read. What am I talking about? But it's actually like a running joke between Zach and I that Ki-Adi-Mundi was the horniest out of all the Jedi because he's allowed to go and like repopulate his planet because like they're dying off or whatever. So that's one of my favorite inside jokes is that Ki-Adi-Mundi is just going around laying pipe. I mean, you got it for the good of the race. But the best part about the Republic comics, you know him, you love him. Darth Krayt was introduced. Huge Darth Krayt simp. 100%. Basically, bounty hunters take on contracts on Jedi. Mace and the gang go to shut that down. Is that the arc where Sora Bulk is... He tries to blame Mace for killing Jedi to try and kind of pull the council apart? I did a video on him like not too long ago, but he was one of the Jedi who had joined Count Dooku in his conquests. Oh yeah, meant to make sure that I am subscribed, you fucking prick. Great, I'm not gonna be able to access my collections now. Let's look at mounts, just to check it out, just to say we did. I'm part of the problem here. Ooh, a Baby Yoda container. Oh, I'm so dumb. I thought that was a mount. No, that was way before. Man, when the fuck was Sora Bulk? You got me messed up now. I legitimately thought that this was gonna be a. I was so positive that was gonna be a mount. I'm so dumb. Jesus Christ. Mount. Have they added any new mounts? Oh my god, what the hell is this monstrosity? That is so ugly. I fucking love it. That is so gross. Let me see how many cartel coins I have to spend. Okay, I got 3,400 cartel coins. So I might buy something real nasty here. What the hell are you? Ooh. That might be the new hotness. I don't like how it runs around like a rat though. I've always seen like OG SWTOR players ride around this dude. Gonna play the animation or no? Okay, whatever. Fuck you then. Always been a big speeder guy. No. That doesn't slap. That's nothing. What the fuck are you? Oh, is it like the Dai Bendu guy? From Rebels? Jesus Christ. So at what point in the Clone Wars does that storyline take place? Because I feel like the Sora Bulk stuff takes place like pretty close to the end of the Clone Wars. Man, they did add some new mounts here. Don't think I enjoy this chocobo looking guy. Ooh. Okay, never mind. That doesn't look how I thought it would. Massive missed opportunity that they've never added flying mounts to this game at any point. You would think that would kind of be like stock standard. And ooh, I can get a pod racer here. that feels like it would be a waste of money. RNGesus, I'm going to leave it up to you. You tell me which one I should pick. I trust your judgment. Ooh, I could be maxing or relaxing in this guy. That just looks like a Naboo fighter. I think that some of these guys, they transform. This is like the ugliest fucking thing. Hell yeah. It was apparently early in the war. The arc basically ends with Voss killing the Twi'lek dude and revealing to the public that he turned to the dark side. I remember that. I remember when everyone was saying that Voss had officially joined Count Dooku. But if, I mean, like Voss, I would argue that he actually did follow the dark side several times there. They added a Basilisk War droid as a mount like a year ago. I think I had that on one of my bounty hunter characters. Oh, I could do the Obi-Wan bird. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Not sure that I love most of these. Okay, that's pretty sick. That's pretty dope. But I am actually going to leave this to RNGesus, so I'm going to make you make an executive decision here. What the hell are you? It's just like a giant jetpack. That doesn't fit with the Sith character, I don't feel. I use this a lot for my Imperial agent. It just fits. Obi-Wan Bird is cool. Okay, Obi-Wan Bird is Obi-Wan Bird. Official canon name. Obi-Wan Bird mount. Avatar, Cameron 1 vibes. That's true. I could not for the life of me tell you what any of the characters' name were in that movie. This item is bound to you. Okay, but how do I... Oh. Oh my god, are they not going to give me... They're not going to give me mounts until I get to level 20 because they think that I'm not a subscriber. Jesus Christ. This fucking game. Even when you spend money on it, they don't let you win. What's the point? Well, you know what? We got a bird. So whenever I get to the point where I can actually use that mount, we got a bird. I think they want me to add... I'm not going to use that lightsaber they gave me. Stick with my own. All I remember is Jake Sully. And I don't even think that's how you say his name. No, that's not what I meant to add to that. No, not what I meant to do. What am I doing here? Why is my brain melting? Okay, there we go. Okay, whatever. Good enough. Yeah, it's a pay-to-lose game. But yeah, like they told me that my subscription wasn't valid. And then I went and looked online. It says I'm still subscribed, so whatever. Just is what it is, I suppose. Hopefully whenever I log back in again... God damn it, I literally just got done modifying this lightsaber. Whenever I log back in again, we're going to have bird. Where did this thing just go? Okay, whatever. It's too late for me now. I've grown too powerful. Oh, wait, do I not have Shay as my companion here? I'm not feeling Kemval right now. I don't remember how to... Okay, there we go. We're going to go with Darth Hexad. Keep it in the family. Sith for life. Well, that sucks that I can't use my mount, but whatever, I guess. Just is what it is. I could try and go run and do the heroic on this planet. But I don't know if I want to be that frustrated by trying to solo something. I say that as I'm running to it to do it, but... I'm so bummed out about that mount shit. Where are you? I'm just going to clear some of the stuff out of my inventory. Companion gifts. Oh, yeah. I should do some fucking crafting. It's been a while since I've done some crafting in this game. But, again, I'll have to go back to the fleet. And I'll only be able to have one crafting skill at a time. Until it registers me as a subscriber. The hate machine, I believe, is what I'm doing now. Wait, where am I going? We're gonna commit to it. I've gotten this far. I'm gonna commit to doing this heroic. So far, I've noticed little difference in the combat of this game that everyone was like losing their mind about. Like they were doing some skill pruning. Recover George's lightsaber and data log. Bonk. I might actually end up buying another mount since I have the cash for it. I just let these cartel coins just like stack up like over months and months and months. I've been subscribed to this game for so long, it would honestly feel weird to not be subscribed to it anymore. Nothing? Okay. No data log, cool. Fuck it, we're going to Drummond Koss. I don't feel like doing this heroic right now. I'll force Zach to do it with me whenever he gets on. No longer an issue for Brian. That's a future Brian problem. I don't want to fight you. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I could have stealthed through that. I don't know what I'm thinking. That was the whole point of being a stealth character. You guys got this. That's your problem now. Later, fellas. Could activate my little Rancor guy. There we go. He'll help me out, I'm sure. Just gonna fuck off to Drummond Koss. I will say Drummond Koss is my favorite little addition to the Star Wars universe via SWTOR and the Revan books and stuff like that. I feel like it's the original Exegol. It's like a hidden planet off in the galaxy somewhere. A hidden Sith planet. I will say the design of Exegol is pretty sick. It's a very visually interesting planet. But just don't care for how it was implemented. That's another thing is like I would love to force Tad Larkin to watch Disney canon stuff and just to pick his brain about it. I too like force my future self to solve problems. Yeah, that's basically my entire life. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab another White Claw. So until then, we're going to put good old Stormy in the seat. Stormy's going to hang out here with you. Boom. No hands, Stormy. He was hurt in Vietnam. That's why he doesn't have any hands. He lost them in a napalm accident. Guess who's back? It's White Claw time, baby. It's lemon, the worst flavor of all the White Claws. And we're going to make a special guest appearance of my cat, Gary. Say hi, Gary. No? Okay. He's usually a lot more vocal. He's a sweet little guy. Stormy, you're just going to keep me company back there. Ooh. Let's see here. Where were we? Oh, Jesus. Also, Drummond Koss is from the Mysteries of the Sith, the Kyle and Mara game. Wait, are you being serious right now? Is this something that I didn't know? Oh. Excuse me. Let me see here. Mysteries of the Sith. Is this like one of like those super early? Oh yeah. I've never played this game before, but I've seen it a shitload. Apparently my cat Gary really wants to be involved in the stream, so I'm just gonna let him come up here and hang out. He's super affectionate. This dude is the complete opposite of a cat. He drools, and he lost both of his top teeth. He lost them in a knife fight in an alley outside of a bar. Yeah, I've never played that game before, and I actually don't think I know anybody else that has. I feel like that's one of those games that everyone just looked up on Wikipedia, and they pretend like they've actually played it. I disagree about the lemon being the worst White Claw. I'd argue that black cherry... Okay, so black cherry everything, anything black cherry is absolute trash. I'll just say that. Black cherry is the worst of all the artificial flavors, but I'm not a huge fan of the lemon White Claw. I will say that. I know I probably should be drinking something more masculine, you know, something that's got a little bit of hair on its chest. Something that makes you feel a little bit more masculine. But good old Brian's trying to watch his weight, so Brian's not going to crack open a PBR. You know what I mean? Oh, wrong White Claw. Also grew up in the South, so I just associate PBR with, like, meth heads. And I know that's, like, not a good comparison to make. I shouldn't be making that judgment. Like, Zach drinks PBR, and I'm like, dude, you cooking meth? Just like everybody that I saw that was, like, you know, off their shift at the factories, like, at night, crack open a PBR and cooking some meth. I say that. I literally grew up down the street from a meth shack, so that's not me just, like, making a judgment of the South in general. Gary, I'm not feeding you, dude. It's not your feeding time. But yeah, RNGesus, did you actually play Mysteries of the Sith? Because I don't believe... If anyone tells me they played that game, I don't believe them. If they're over the age of... If they're under 35, I don't believe they've ever played that game. I'm also not fully convinced anybody has actually read all of the original Marvel years of the Star Wars stuff. I just don't believe it. You can't convince me. Most of those comics, just like, I don't care for. I will excuse the introduction of Lumaya, though. That's a pretty, how the kids would say, poggers. Jesus, I'm so old. I forgot that cyborgs feature so heavily in this game.
As for you, slave, Darth Scotia is
But look, lemon's all I had left.
Get out of his way.
We had a bunch of people over and they drank the rest of our White Claws.
You sent that weakling apprentice to kill me.
It looks like
I've smelled like a bonfire for the last 3 weeks.
I won't make the same mistake twice.
I definitely didn't. Just resorted to watching the cutscenes. Did the same thing with Dark Forces 2. Old games are hard. It's not even that old games are hard. It's that, like, they're... either games are too dumb now, and they're too easy, or old games, they're just so... The designs of them are so, like, un-user-friendly.
You and your master have no future on Drummond.
Also, regarding the Marvel run, it lost me after Empire Strikes Back. It's not bad, but it's just hard to read. It's a mixture of this. I don't love the stories, and I don't like a lot of the artwork. I just never really liked that artwork for the Star Wars universe. Like, I know that it makes sense for, like, all of that old cosmic Marvel stuff, and it made sense for Marvel to be the ones who had the rights to the intellectual property at the time, because they did, like, a lot of cosmic shit. I've always been kind of like an anti-Marvel guy, because I grew up as, like, a DC dude. DC and Image. But, yeah, I just never really loved the artwork for a lot of those old Star Wars comics. But God, I can never remember how to pronounce her last name. The gal who did all the artwork for, like, Legacy, Dawn of the Jedi, The Republic, and stuff like that. That's the best version of Star Wars comic book art, for sure. Absolute top-notch. Artwork makes characters look like Neanderthals. That is true. There's a specific issue of Star Wars Legacy where everyone's drawn where, like, their eyebrows are, like, out to here. I'm like, what is happening? Why does everyone look like they're... like, a lot of, like, the early Star Wars stuff in, like, new canon was heavily criticized because the artwork just looked like shit. I'm sure that somebody else... Thank you. But I cannot remember how to say your last name. Jan Dursima? gold standard of Star Wars comic book art. She was actually hired to do like a variant cover, I think, of one of the High Republic things, and like I could tell immediately, like it was super striking. It looked way better than any other Star Wars comic book art that had come out in a while. But I can't remember the guy's name, but he's like infamous for having some of like the worst comic book art of all time. Like he would take stills from like porno flicks and make them, like he would Photoshop them like as Star Wars characters, and that would be his art. Cannot believe that guy was ever hired to do anything. John Ostrander and Jan Duursema, the comic duo who sound like they're Star Wars characters. John Ostrander does sound like he'd be a spacer out there somewhere in the unknown regions. But yeah, John Ostrander, all-time favorite Star Wars author for sure. And Dawn of the Jedi, I feel like they did a really good job of not making every character just look like Cade Skywalker. That's like her biggest weakness, is Cade and Quinlan Voss, Thulm. All three of those characters look identical. They look like the same person. Like, she definitely has like a niche that she sticks to, and she really stuck to it. But I really like the way she made lightsaber fights look in the comics. Like, you can see like the flowing of the lightsaber, like the action looks super dynamic. Top notch. I really miss that type of stuff in Star Wars. I'm just gonna keep running around these people even though I have stealth. Greg Land is the porn dude. Thank RN Jesus, I knew you would know the guy. Yeah, I don't understand, because I think that he did a lot of the artwork like on that first Vader run in Marvel, and man, that was a hell of a way to introduce that character, introduce Marvel comic books to new, like returning fans or new fans. I saw his artwork a lot on the Star Wars comics subreddit. Ooh, doggy. I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 99% positive that he did the artwork on that Mon Calamari who had General Grievous's body. Oh, that's a fucking trip. Disney canon for sure has some of like the wackiness that people like Disney stans say that Legends had. I mean, it's inherently funny that they put a Mon Calamari's head on a General Grievous body. That's a hilarious addition to the Star Wars universe. God, that just gave me like crazy. Just gave me a flashback to watching Ted Larkin's Legends video about like Skippy the Jedi droid and stuff like that. That's the thing about Disney canon, is like it's all under one umbrella now. So there's no saying that any of this shit is like C tier canon or anything like that. We're not so different, you and I. True. That's basically Legends and canon in a sense. Yeah. We've talked about this 1,000 times, but the way that I've always viewed it is Disney canon, I just view it as like a alternate timeline. Both have bangers, but also not great stories too. Though I do like Legends far more. Same, Legends is just Star Wars to me. That's like always been my Star Wars. Like Disney canon stuff, I can get into it. Like I was just covering that Rise of Kylo Ren comic run on the channel, like on TikTok or whatever. And I really enjoy that story a lot, but then I'm just always reminded, fuck, Luke's New Jedi Order like never takes off, and all this stuff just goes south. So whenever I find myself getting invested in any stories, like in new Disney canon, I always find that I get bummed out that I know how it ends up, and I don't like the way it ends. Why aren't you showing it? Oh my god, I'm not showing my gameplay. Jesus Christ. Jacob. Not RN Genius. Orange Jesus, where have you been, man? You're my audio guy. Do I need to hire you to be my video guy as well? Look, I got up to get my White Claw, and I never... Can you guys tell that I'm not a professional streamer in any way, shape, or form? God damn it. Look, man, alright, I don't have my other monitor on that's like within eyesight of me. My other monitor's over here. And, look, accidents happen, okay? I apologize. Jesus Christ. Look, all I did was I went to Drummond Costs. That's really all you missed out on. Don't start with a "we're not so different, you and I" speech. Get them all the time. Yeah, but like whenever I find myself enjoying a Disney arc, I just always think back that I know where it goes. And so it's like hard for me to stay invested in those stories. And maybe some of that stuff will change like once they flesh out more of the sequel era timeline stuff. That's my hope, is because I really like Daisy Ridley a lot. I really like all of the actors in the sequel trilogy. I just don't like the stories of the sequel trilogy. Success has gone to your head. God damn it. Cannot believe I did that. Jesus. I got distracted with showing you guys my cat and getting a lemon White Claw. That's no good. But I really like Charles Soule. Really love that Rise of Kylo Ren comic book. I feel like that's the closest I've gotten to liking something as much as I've liked John Ostrander's stuff. Does anyone know whatever happened to that Give Us Legends movement stuff? I remember hearing about that on the internet like a shit ton, but I mean, I obviously have the feeling that nothing ever came of it and it ended up dying off. Ooh, Sith trainer. Okay. Okay. Apparently I did have... Jesus Christ. Look, guys. Apparently it's been a long day. I've had my driver's license this whole time. And I bought my speeder. Could have been using it the whole time. And I forgot to switch over my gameplay. I guess success really has gone to my head. Has really gone to my head. I got that inflated ego. I apologize, guys. This is my official apology video.
Are you acquainted with a big, ugly, half-machine Dark Lord? He had a message for you.
Damn Scotia. What business has he going behind my back, speaking to my apprentice, trying to intimidate you, no doubt? Wretched monster. More machine than man and dangerously powerful. Ever since I arrived on Drummond Cast as an apprentice, he's made every effort to stand in my way. Ultimately, we
Just gonna let Zash talk to her thing.
Search for Tulak Hord's ancient power with Scotia's rattling breath on our necks.
Somebody should stop him from breathing.
When all else fails, go for the kill.
And that somebody is you. You are going to kill Scotia for me.
Finally, a challenge worthy of
The guy's so proud of himself.
That is precisely the attitude you'll need. I cannot be tied to Scotia's murder. Brazen power plays make the Dark Council nervous. But nobody will believe that a mere apprentice could defeat Scotia. It's impossible, and that's why it will work.
Sounds like you relax while I do your dirty work.
Dear apprentice,
That mask
where
does look
I go,
sick, though.
you go. If I go up, you come with me. Meanwhile, I must make plans for when we get there, so listen closely. I've begun to piece together the puzzle for Darth Scotia's destruction, but some elements have yet to fall into place. Out in the jungle, a group of slaves has recently revolted. They were working on a colossal statue that has since gone unfinished. I believe Scotia is hiding something of great importance near this statue. Get the archaeological plans to the area from one of the slaves, and contact me by holocommunicator.
Terminate with extreme prejudice. That's the default Sith go-to. Okay, let's see if I can... Did I get a fast travel point already? Did. That's the pro tip for this game, is just subscribe and get all the perks. And then you don't have to do any of the MMO stuff. You can just skip right by all the MMO stuff. Okay, now that I have my speeder pilot training, we're gonna get my giant bird out. Obi-Wan bird. See what you look like. Okay, wait, what? Did I not do that right? Let me see here. Abilities. Vehicles. Okay, that should work now. Let's check out my bird. Oh, yeah. I think that's my very first animal mount in the game. Oh, fuck you. He looks slithery and gross. I'm ready to fight General Grievous. Send Admiral Akbar Grievous my way. I'll fuck him up. But I do want to check out other mounts, though. RNGesus, I'm not saying that you did a bad job. I'm just saying that I got the money to spend, so let's spend it. Is it a coincidence that most powerful and successful Sith were the most financially successful? I think not. That's true. I think that Bane did have Bezos money. Maybe that's why they look so much alike. Wasn't that an actual plot point was that like Darth Bane had a shitload of cash? Hate, anger, nah, money fuels the dark side. That's a good point, man. Darth Bane was starting up a little fund to get himself to Mars, make sure that he was never going to age. Oh, what is this guy? I've always been interested by this thing. But I find it weird that you just stand in it. Maybe I'm not feeling that one. We won't go with that one. And this one's a little bit too flashy for my taste. It also doesn't fit with my character at all. And this one also seems weird because it's like, how are you piloting the thing? Does it operate like one of those wheelchairs? You know what I mean? Yes, Bane was financially poppin'. He's what the youth would say, bussin'. He was totally bricked up. I feel like I should get one of like these really gross ones. Also, I don't know if I have enough. Nope, I have enough. Ooh, should I also look at lightsabers? This is 90% of every time I play SWTOR is literally just me looking at fashion stuff. They're really pushing all the Mandalorian stuff. I don't think I feel that mace. I've always been interested by this one as well. But that doesn't feel very... The whirlwind part of it doesn't seem very Star Wars-y to me. I kind of still like for them to look Star Wars-ish. Like this? No. I'm not feeling that. Oh god, I remember this was like the highest purchased lightsaber in the game. You know, we'll stick with the bird for right now. We'll see how I feel a little bit later on. Got him hauling ass on this bird. There's two really distinct things I remember about that Bane trilogy, though. Was that Bane he had a successful importing and exporting business, and then he had like a real anime moment out in the rain where he studied the blade and beat back all of the raindrops without a single raindrop hitting him. He teleported and said, huh, nothing personal, kid. I always wish that I got to like read some Darth Cognis shit. Because wasn't she the one that had Darth like Millennial as an apprentice? Do you have a house key? Yeah, I always really enjoyed Darth Cognis, and I really would have loved to have seen some stuff of her training her. But obviously, we don't need to have every single little like piece of minutia filled out. But I loved her character design. I loved that species, all that good stuff. Loved that scene. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you would. That's a real anime moment. That sounded like an insult, but I swear to God it wasn't one. That sounded so aggressive for some reason. Yeah, you would like some anime shit. You do have a Joker profile picture, so that makes sense. That would track. I've seen some animes through store windows or whatever. Big fan of Death Note. I watched Full Metal Alchemist, and everyone is wrong about that show. All of the people who are the main characters, most of them should have been put into a camp somewhere and executed because they're all war criminals. I've watched parts of My Hero Academia. Oh, jeez, I just had a weird moment where I was like, my gameplay not showing. Fun fact, Bane died because he didn't accept the power of love and friendship. That's how we win. Not by killing what we hate, but by saving what we love. The only anime at the moment I know is being thrown at the window of a church steeple. What the hell does that mean? The only anime moment I know is being thrown out of a window of a church steeple. I'm trying to realize what meme that would be. I've started Cowboy Bebop 1,000 times and never finished it. Never get past that first little arc where some dude's doing drugs. I do need to respond to Zachary really quick because it sounds like an emergency. Saving what you loved worked exactly for Anakin. Well, I mean, at this point it did and it didn't, because the Empire did return, and... Okay, look, it's a different name, but the Empire did return, and Luke's new Jedi Order did die again, so... It's did it work? You know what I mean? Not to sound like a sequel hater. I'm definitely not a sequel lover, that's for sure. But the original sacrifice still stands, I suppose. And I would still argue that Darth Vader definitely had it coming. Just in general. Just all of it. Just most of it he had coming. I know he had a rough childhood, but at a certain point, it's not an excuse. There's only so much kid killing you can get away with before most of your friends stop talking to you. But I will take it because I did get to have Asherad Het trying to talk Anakin down from the ledge. How did I not get that other one? You notice that I'm not even trying to avoid these AoEs at this point. I remember this game used to be a little hard. I just need to test out and see if Fallen Order works on this machine. I don't exactly have the most powerful PC down here. Oh, of course you'd be glitched. Let's see here.
Does this mean you found them? You found the archaeological plans?
Cool.
Hope there's not too much blood on them.
Oh, no. I've read much, much worse. Now, let me see. Ah, yes. How clever. There's a chamber hidden under the Colossus itself. I bet my complete collection of Nagasado's Yavin 4 writings that...
As you say.
Yes, my master.
hidden entrance near the Colossus.
I wonder if it's not weird for anyone that I am wearing Darsion's outfit.
The tablet is the
Like, do people know? Do people know about Darsion and the Empire?
The lizards believe it was a gift from their deity, the Scorekeeper. Scotia stole the tablet and uses it to exert control over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Give them their relic, and Scotia's power over his bodyguards will turn to vapor.
His own defenses will be his downfall.
Oh, fuck, I should have stopped by the character creator on the fleet. Get rid of my tentacles.
Enough to retain guards who could actually overpower him. The main thing is to keep Scotia's bodyguards off you. The plans suggest Scotia's apprentices guard this base. I don't doubt they hold the keys to acquiring the Trandoshan tablet. Best kill them all to be sure.
We're actually going to go to the fleet. No, I'm not, apparently, because I don't have a ship, but we're going to fast travel right back to the spaceport. I can't get into it when my character has like a glitching texture there. And I like the masks too much to get rid of it, I feel. You know, it'd be bussin', you know? Ooh. Let's see here. Okay. I still need to play through that last Eternal Empire DLC. I feel like a lot of those new characters, like, I literally just have zero information on. I know that a lot of people, like, did not care for the Eternal Empire stuff. It doesn't... That's also another situation where it does not feel Star Wars-y. It feels like a whole separate continuity. But I would argue that SWTOR probably doesn't fit within Legends continuity even. It's a real Clone Wars situation. You just accept what can fit and you don't accept what can't. Okay, back to the fleet. Most of the stream is just fashion. That's Vegas, baby. Okay. Get my giant bird. And I apologize for being like a habitual map opener. I just can't resist. Always try to set my opacity for the lowest that I possibly can, but it's just something that I can't. I just can't resist it. I just need it open. Vendor, let's see here. Where the frick do I go to change my appearance? Yeah, we'll just go. We'll just check it out. It's been a while since I've done a walking tour of the Imperial fleet. I feel like it's got to be right over here, though. I think that's the Guild Commissioner. No. Let me see here. Maybe it's at the Galactic Trade Market. Oh my god, that outfit is terrible. That is a lot. I've never been into the super bright colors in any outfit, really. It just doesn't make sense for the Star Wars universe for someone to be dressed like a Power Ranger. Wait, what the fuck is that? Oh, never mind. Alright, let's take a look here. I need to get rid of... Just change my head. I just love the look of like a Sith species, but I just wish those tentacles weren't falling through. I'm worried that that's also going to go through my mask. Oh, not body type. Whoops. I don't want to be too buff there. Opposite of real life. I think I might also switch up the jewelry here. I'm not loving it. Change appearance. Yes, sir. Alright, let's take a look. How am I looking now? Oh yeah, that's way better. That is a sick-ass mask, if I do say so myself. It's a good way to separate myself from the dregs of society, you know what I mean? It just makes you pop a little bit more. Okay, now how do I get back to Drummond Kaas? Homeworld of the Sith. Death place of Mitra Surik. Hey Gary, you want to come say hi to the stream? Hi buddy. Come here. You licking your chops? My guy. Oh buddy. Oh. This is my boy. He's a little orange tabby. He just loves being held. I got you, buddy. You're a sweet little man, huh? Big chubby guy. Alright, Garrett, that's enough. Get out of here. I forged you out enough. Alright, back to Drummond Kaas. Back to the mission at hand. Gonna get back, planet side, and try and remember for the life of me what the hell it was I was doing. That's the thing about SWTOR is, like, there's very little thought that needs to go into this game. You're just... It's just an outfitter. You're just making outfits. You're just spending money. At this point, I think I would be okay if SWTOR was sunsetted and they allowed for another Star Wars MMO to be released. But the MMO genre, just in general, is just straight up dead. It's just dead. I thought that New World was going to replace that that SWTOR itch, and it did for a while. I played that game like it was my full-time job. But it was just too buggy, and there just wasn't enough to do. I wish that SWTOR had more of those elements, but it wouldn't really make sense. I just wish I can go back and get like that taste of Star Wars Galaxies again. Just like anything that would feel even remotely similar to Star Wars Galaxies, I would definitely fuck with. Anything sandboxy, I'm here for. All right, back to Drummond Kaas. I'm just gonna fast travel because I ain't fixing to walk somewhere. Only the poors walk. Us subscribers, we can pay to fast travel whenever we want. Let's see here. I feel like this bird's really hauling some ass. I keep saying bird, but it's definitely a lizard. Alright, y'all. With that being said, I think that's where I'm going to end the stream. Just because I got a lot of stuff that I actually got to get done for Barb's Basement. For those of you who don't know, like, we're trying to put out like a video a day. Like minimum. So that's... I actually kind of want to like do like a behind the scenes like stream almost. Like where I just do a stream where I just like walk you through the step-by-step process of how I make a video. Just because I love video production stuff in general. So I can like talk video production all day. So if anyone out there is just like a fledgling like editor, they want to make a Star Wars channel, anything like that, I kind of want to do like a BTS stream where I just show you guys like my process. I'll even like voice out a video so you can see like the painstaking. Jesus, I'll take a video like 3 or 4 times before I actually commit to like that being the final take. But we're trying to put out a video a day, and right now I want to say we have 3 that like I've just been waiting to edit. They've just been like in the background there somewhere. But so we'll have a couple more Kylo Ren things coming up. I have more Dark Times coming up. I'm actually about to hit the issue of Dark Times that is one of the most controversial moments in Star Wars Legends, I would say. Like, I remember seeing like a bunch of stuff about it, like back like on a bunch of forums about the cannibalism parts of that comic book. But yeah, we're about to cover that in Dark Times. I'm doing some Dawn of the Jedi stuff, the Rise of Kylo Ren. Zach is still covering the Darth Vader stuff, which everyone's a fan of Darth Vader. Like, that's like an easy sell on most Legends fans. But yeah, I figured I would just hop on, stream for a little while. I know it's only been like an hour and a half, but bro, that is streaming. It is rough. Like, it's definitely a skill. But I figured I wanted to get on, talk to you guys for a little bit. Thank you so much for getting us to 5K. Thank you so much for anyone who's liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff. Like, we've had so much growth in just the last like 28 days. Like, we're nearly at 3 million views for just a month, which is something that I felt like we would never get to. So I really appreciate everybody who comes out to the streams, who chit chats with me, who subscribes to us, who likes and comments on all of our stuff, yada yada yada. Not to like repeat myself too much, but it's one of like the biggest joys of my life to do all of these things, to talk about Star Wars and to make videos about it, because it's just like some shit that I would have been doing like in my ADHD riddled brain as a teenager, you know what I mean? Like, if YouTube had existed when I was like 16, just having that outlet to like just chit chat about Star Wars, and it's something that like you never get tired of. Like, I can keep talking about Star Wars. Like, I just streamed for 2 hours, talked about Star Wars with you guys for 2 hours, and I can guarantee you the moment me and my wife like lay down in bed and we just, you know, we go through our nightly routines or whatever, I'm going to start talking about Star Wars again, because I'm just a lunatic about that shit. So, yeah, I just wanted to like come on stream and thank everybody. And I want to get together like an actual like streaming schedule. And I do want to start talking to you guys on stream, having you guys call in, all that stuff. Even if it's like not it's like a big viewership, even if like only 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people are calling in. I just want to have those conversations with people who I dig. Like Zim, love you, dude. RNGesus, like just getting anybody in who like wants to chit chat Star Wars, to debate like the merits of the sequels versus Legends, any of that stuff. But I know that I had mentioned that I say potential, but that actual convention's going to be going on, the Jedi Conclave stuff. I'm sure that some of you guys like maybe like tangentially aware of it, but I just joined to like help out and stuff like that. So I really want this to go somewhere. I really want it to be like a thing to bring together fans and stuff like that. And Matt, Darth Matu, you guys are probably familiar with his channel. If you guys are subscribed to me, you probably know him. He has like a really good little thing where he says that he wants it to kind of be like the reverse fandom menace, where it's not about like bringing together people who just like want to talk about how they hate something, but just bring people together, have them talk about Star Wars, you know, show their love for it or whatever. And so if you guys have heard me talk about it, if you've heard Matu talk about it, just like kind of spread the word, get it into the zeitgeist. Like, we really want people to come out. We want them to have a good time. We want them to fucking party, talk about Star Wars, show off their cosplay, all that good stuff. And I'm still putting this challenge out there. This is independent of anybody from the Jedi Conclave. If I can get into a deadlifting contest with Star Wars Theory, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Not even just because, not like to try and show them or anything like that, but just because I love to bro down. So I'm challenging Star Wars Theory to a deadlifting competition, which is the most ludicrous shit. I had that idea like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, you know what? I really want Zach to work out with me. I was really pushing him to lift me and stuff like that. And I finally got him to just like come in and do like 10 push-ups. So I was like, I'm going to challenge Star Wars Theory to a fucking deadlifting competition. I'm only halfway joking about that. But anyways, to wrap up, thank you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. I plan on doing this again later on this week. And I hope you guys join me again. It's going to be a great time. We're for sure going to be back with an episode of In the Basement this week. I promise you that. At some point this week, we will be back with an episode of In the Basement. So I think that we're going to be talking about Deceived, the Star Wars novel Deceived. And we're just going to shoot the shit. Just chit-chat, talk, maybe get like a little bit tipsy, do our regular bro stuff. But yeah. Until then, I have been Brian, and thank you so much for stopping by In the Basement.